Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode here with Off the Road Lawn Maintenance. Today we got this huge project that we got to complete. As you guys can tell, this place has been neglected for a while, but that's what we're called for. That's what they always call us, to come and make places better. It takes a little bit of work, but we like to make sure that we turn around and deliver the best results to our clients. No matter if it's a small project or big project like this, we always make sure that we put 100% effort and make sure that we deliver quality work. So stay tuned, guys. This is a huge cleanup we have to do. As you can see, we got to do a lot of bush trimming here, pulling a lot of weeds, weed whacking everything, shaping up all these bushes, because we want to make sure that all the bushes in front of the house obviously look good when you look out your window or when you're coming into your house. You want to be able to see the beauty of the landscape that your house has, and the bushes being out of shape and out of control does not help. So let's get to it, guys. All right, guys. So here we go. It's showtime. We actually have to weed whack all the weeds of these flower beds. As you can see in the beginning of the video, these flower beds are covered in nothing but weeds, and there's no need for us to have them here, especially if we're going to transform this place to look really nice. So one of the things that we ran into with this property was that the weeds were dried up. And usually it's super easy to knock them down, but because I had rain previously the night before, I think it was really hard for us to knock them down without having any issues. But this time it seemed to give us a little bit of an issue. We had to keep adding string or keep stopping, because all the weeds would kind of get tangled around the head of the weed whacker, and so it was kind of a slower process than we would have liked to. But at the end of the day, sometimes that's what happens at job sites. You run into things that you don't account for, and it makes the job take a little bit longer. But at the end of the day, me and my friend were able to figure it out and get back to it, and knock them out. And there was some blackberries in between all these flower beds as well. So blackberries are a little bit harder and usually take a stronger string to knock them down, just because of the fact that their stems are thicker and they don't want to go down at all. And so most of the time we usually take hedge trimmers to them and then knock them down. But this time I think we forgot our hedge trimmer, or oh no, we forgot to bring the long hedge trimmer, and we only had the handheld hedge trimmer that we usually use for making bushes and not cutting blackberry, because it makes it harder for you to get them from a distance without getting like thorns all over you. And yeah, so it's a little more messy work when you have the smaller machines. But we made what we could. Like I said, it took a little bit longer than I planned for, but at the end of the day, it's all about getting the job done. So I also had to make sure that we got some of this debris out of the way to continue working, just because of the fact that, again, it was taking a toll on our weed whackers. They just were having a tough time with the weeds. As you can tell, we had to stop constantly to take the debris away from the heads, and you don't want to damage your equipment. All right, guys. So now I had to make sure that I shaped up all these bushes, especially because we want to make sure the front of the property looks really nice. It takes a while for us to do this. I know it looks like I'm running through it like, a cartoon, but that's just because I sped it all up. But it does take some time to do them, and you have to take your time, especially because, again, if you're doing this for your home, you can, mess one or two up here and there. But when you're doing this as a business, like we do, you have to make sure you pay attention to detail. And of course, if I was going this fast like I am on the picture, none of it would come out perfect the way we wanted to. And our clients probably wouldn't call us back, or we wouldn't have good reviews online, because that's the other thing. You gotta make sure that you deliver great quality work, especially if you're just starting out. I know there's a lot of people starting new businesses and stuff like that, and it's the best way to go. It's the best thing to do. Get going on something for your own, for your family. But when you start up, you always got to make sure that you deliver the best kind of quality work that you can for all your clients, no matter if it's a big job or if it's a small job. Because at the end of the day, those small jobs, if that's all you're getting at the beginning, will go a long ways if you put in really, really good work. And then people will recommend you. At the beginning, sure, you're not going to get the biggest jobs, but as long as you deliver a great job and you really enjoy what you're doing, It's never gonna be work. And so, as you can tell here, guys, we were putting the bark dust down after we knocked out all the weeds, and this is what it looks like after. We shaped up all the bushes in front of the house. Look at the difference on that landscape. The bushes are completely shaped up. The entrance looks much better, more inviting atmosphere for our client. Now they can come home and be like, man, our property looks amazing. I always walk my clients through the whole property, and this is something you should do as well. Make sure you walk the property with them completely. Make sure that they're 100% happy, so that you know that you've checked every single last check mark, so that a client can't come back and say, oh, I wasn't happy. You want to make sure you address everything once you're there and before you leave, so that nobody ever has to doubt that you did a good job.